Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's been a couple days since I've been able to sit down and film, so I'm so excited because today I will be reviewing and swatching the brand new Spring 2019 Polar Ice collection just launched from Chantecaille. I've talked a lot about my individual favorite products from them, but I've never done an entire collection review, so I'm very excited, and I must say, I think I am starting with the most beautiful yet. One of the reasons why I'm so drawn to Chantecaille is that their products are paraben, sulfate-free, it's a cruelty-free brand, they don't use palm oil, synthetic fragrances, they're free from all of those scary harmful chemicals, but also on top of that, the brand always is trying to bring awareness to different environmental causes. So whenever they come out with a collection like Polar Ice, they'll typically collaborate or partner with a nonprofit. So the emphasis for Spring 2019 is climate change and the shrinking Arctic and polar ice caps. So that's why you'll see the cute little polar bear as sort of the animal ambassador, if you will, of the entire collection. So it's a beautiful brand, beautiful products, but also I feel like as a brand their values align with mine personally, so I'm happy to invest in their gorgeous line. So I'm going to start today with what is absolutely the star of the show, and that is the eyeshadow palette. This is the Polar Ice Eye Palette. It retails for $98, and of course everything is very limited edition. So when you open her up, you actually have this nice little protector that's a guide as well. So it tells you across the top row you have gold ice glow, in the center you have blue ice glow, and then down at the bottom mauve ice glow. So this is not only going to protect the shadows, but it also kind of gives you a guide to show you what kind of colors go with each other. Now, of course, you can go crazy with this palette. They're also in order from left to right, from intensity of sparkle or shimmer. So these are almost like foiled eyeshadows. They are very pigmented and they pack a very shimmery punch. These are sort of a medium shimmer, and then these are a little bit lighter. So there are three different textures: holographic, metallic, and radiant. The palette was inspired by the night sky of the Arctic, so you have this beautiful crystal embellishment, but when you open it up, the shades are so breathtaking. They are truly stunning, and the shade range is cool tone, but right on trend for what we're gonna see a lot of during the spring. Right in this top corner, this really high impact gold shade is probably one of my favorites. I have it on the inner lid today. It is so beautiful. This is a shade that you will get a lot of wear out of. And then right here in the center, this peach shimmer shade. This could easily be your everyday sweep across the lid and head out the door color. I know looking at this palette with the blues and the pinks, it might seem a bit intimidating, overwhelming, but there are shades in here that could make this an easy everyday palette as well. Then in the top corner over on this side, you have this beautiful pale shade, which again could be used on the lid and then go out the door, or it could also be a really nice high impact shade for creating more dramatic looks. For the second row, this blue is really special. It is almost a holographic kind of blue with teal flecks. It's just a very beautiful color. This is definitely more bold. I actually used it on the bottom lash line today to line the lower lash line of my eyes, just kind of playing around with it. Here in the center, this silver pale blue is such a high impact shade. It is really incredible, and all of these eyeshadows are pretty soft, so easy to work with. This white shade, I would say this is probably the most interesting of the bunch, because when you look at it in the pan, it seems like this would be a really pretty pale highlight shade, but it is a holographic shimmer. It actually looks like a pale icy blue, so it comes across more blue on the eyes. This bottom row, this is beautiful. The mauves are gorgeous. So in this corner, the high impact, this is a gorgeous color for, again, throwing on the lid. You could put something deeper in the crease to create a really pretty dramatic smoky eye. This pink shade, it's kind of like a pinky purple. Again, it almost has like a blue, icy, cool toned holographic effect. Gorgeous. And then you have the bottom shade, which is this really pretty pale violet color. Again, you could throw that on your lid and have that be just a nice everyday eyeshadow. What I love most about these shades in the palette is that the colors are so ethereal and whimsical, and it really does feel like a fantasy world. They're so beautiful, but there's a nice range. You don't really get chunky glitter fallout. They're smooth and buttery in texture, so they're incredibly easy to use. You could pat on with your finger, use a brush. You could do more light daytime looks. You could definitely ramp it up and create more evening or more dramatic looks. There's pops of color. There are some earth tones, even though they are more shimmery. So I think the creative possibilities are truly endless with this palette. This could be an everyday palette. It's something that is more special, and of course, the look of it is stunning. I mean, this packaging is probably the most beautiful packaging I've ever seen with an eyeshadow palette, and I know the quantities are going to be so limited. So if this is something that interests you, I highly recommend you get your hands on it fast. Next up, there are 3 new lip crystal lipsticks. These are also limited edition and they retail for $50. For each lip crystal sold, Chantecaille is going to plant a tree in Kenya as part of their partnership with the Attenborough Foundation. And by planting all of these trees, they're hoping to help offset some of that climate change that's occurring in the Arctic. So it ties all together with the polar bear, which you will see on the beautiful packaging. So it's pretty incredible that they're doing 1 for 1. And let me just show you how gorgeous these lipsticks are. The packaging is so beautiful, but when you look at the actual tube, it's crystallized. It is so gorgeous. I cannot even describe it. I don't think the camera does it justice. Citrine is a luminous pale peach shade. It's the color that you'll see in a lot of the campaigns for this collection. Tourmaline is a cool frosted pink. This is definitely a wow factor. And then Carnelian is a vibrant cherry red. This is a beautiful red lipstick shade because it has that impact. The sparkly crystallized effect on the outside is so unique and so stunning, but these glittery lipsticks are actually weightless and grit-free. They feel very silky. The color is more sheer but buildable. The lip crystals make such a beautiful, bold statement. My personal favorites are the Citrine and the Carnelian. Even though this looks sort of wild and fun and crazy in the tube, it actually looks very wearable and almost like an everyday nude, especially when you top it off with lip gloss. So this could easily be your daytime lipstick. And then the Carnelian is just this perfect, punchy, bold red lip. Of course, Valentine's Day is now just behind us, but there are still so many occasions to wear a fun red lip, especially over the summertime for a date night. And of course, it gives back to a great cause. Last but certainly not least, there are 3 new limited edition Celestial Nail Sheer nail polishes. It took me a while to say that. It's sort of a tongue twister. These can be worn by themselves or on top of a different nail polish color, which I think gives a little bit more impact. But these colors are beautiful. There's Vega, which has this gorgeous greenish blue aquamarine shimmer. Nova, which is a holographic pink with gold flecks. And my personal favorite, Polaris, which is a gorgeous iridescent icy blue, but then there's some pink, there's some green, there's some gold. It sort of covers the spectrum. This is gorgeous. It reminds me of Aurora Borealis. Another product that's new to launch but not considered part of the limited edition Polarized collection is this new HD Perfecting Loose Powder Candlelight. So this is an all-over powder. It of course has the powder brush attached, which is really cool. All you have to do is shake it up and then dust it all over your face. It reminds me a lot of like a loose version of the pressed powder that came out for holiday in the Pearl Compact. So if you have that, it's very beautiful, has a nice subtle glow, and this is just kind of the loose version of that. So if you prefer something like this that you can just dust on the go, it's sort of the brush and product all in one, which is incredibly convenient, then this would be a great option for you. It's not listed as limited edition, so this should be around for a while. I like a powder that has a little luminosity because it's not going to look too dull or too cakey on the skin. It's going to give you that beautiful, healthy, luminous finish without being too shimmery or drawing too much attention. It's not a highlighter. It truly is a face powder to just kind of dust whenever you need a little pick-me-up or need a little blotting. Overall, I absolutely loved the Polarized collection from Chantecaille. They did such a gorgeous job. I've personally been drawn to more whimsical, ethereal color stories in makeup, so it's one of my favorite collections to launch. There's not one product that I love more than the next. I think everything is so beautiful, I really couldn't choose a favorite. And of course, everything is limited edition. It's going to be very hard to get your hands on. And there's a gift coming up at my Nordstrom with Chantecaille. So I'm going to link all of the information you need to know for Spring Trend, Nordstrom Double Points, and the Chantecaille gift. In case you'd like to order with me, I can make sure that you can take advantage of absolutely everything that's going on because we have a lot of really great promotions happening very soon and I don't want you guys to miss out. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me any of your comments or questions down below. I want to hear what you guys think about this collection. Of course, I will be linking the products down in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe.